actually
It's
should be. We're
National
adjusting.
Napping Day.
National Napping Day. Good morning, David. Once again, good morning, Brissa. How are you guys handling this time shift on this Monday? And we're putting the same question to everybody on Facebook Live at home, too. How are you handling it? It's been a sluggish start to the work week for me, I got to be honest.
It was tough waking up this morning. I think this is cup number 4. So, bad. Not good.
You know Brissa. Brissa doesn't need any more than like a half a cup of coffee.
Right. She's got to be straight through until tomorrow morning, probably. No sleep for Brissa at all now. Tonight, so.
Yeah, no. Actually, I do sleep a lot. I'm a professional sleeper.
Really, I think a lot of us have gotten pretty good at that over the last 12 months. Yeah, it's. I was saying that I think at my house I had 1, 2, 3 clocks inside the house to adjust. You know, most of them these days automatically adjust to the time change. And then the one in my car I kind of forgot about, didn't think about, and then I got in the car this morning, and then that's when it hits you when you realize what time it. You know, my brain or my body clock thinks it actually is. And it made me feel extra tired just looking at the clock.
Yeah. That's the one I always forget to adjust is my car clock.
Right.
Yeah, you don't really do it until like you're at a stop sign going to work in the morning. You're just like, okay, all right, better do it.
And mine's got this little thing where you have to hold down this button that's really hard to read, and you know, and you got to. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But
and for some people, it's like they never fell back, and so now their clock's like the right time.
Perfect. Yeah. Exactly. Those people are also known as Arizona, I believe, too.
Right. Yeah. Arizona. Yeah. They know what's up because their team know daylight saving time.
So so anyway, yeah, we're back at it. It's an hour earlier than our brains probably think it should be, but we're hanging in there on this Monday morning. Yeah, exactly. Hey, we've started off with Erie News Now Sunrise from 5 to 7, taking a look back at the year that was here, the past 12 months, taking on the coronavirus pandemic, and each and every day, you know, even with words of caution from Dr. Fauci and the likes, I feel like, you know, we are inching our way closer to that return to normalcy and that July 4th date where maybe, you know, we can celebrate Independence Day with our family and friends. That's kind of, I think a lot of folks are putting that one out as a target date. Sounds like a good idea to me.
I don't even remember this past 4th of July. Like, I just know we didn't do it. You know, we didn't do anything. I'm trying to think.
There were a lot of fireworks going off. I do remember that, but they were not the public fireworks, you know, where everybody gathers and watches them. It was in that everybody was lots of amateur Zambellis out there putting on their own shows in the backyard. That's kind of what I remember most about 2020's July 4th holiday.
Yeah, people are always shooting off fireworks, you know, like all summer long. So you almost have to be a heavy sleeper, or else you're going to be woken up like 3 hours earlier and really grouchy in the morning.
Is Lainey scared of fireworks? When she was probably too young that it didn't really affect her. When
she's heard them before. I think she's like, you know, skittish, but she's not like really afraid of them. At least the last time she saw them.
Last year would get you used to them in a hurry. It was going so crazy at times.
Right, that's the thing. I mean, I remember as a kid because my birthday's on the 4th of July, so we'd always see the firework displays, and for a while I was scared of them because they were so loud. But then, you know, eventually people are like, your birthday's on the 4th of July and you're scared of fireworks? Come on now.
Yeah,
that's
together.
Sauce.
Were your parents, when you were little, always said, these are for you, David?
Yeah, I believed them too. I was like, I don't care about this America thing. This is this is my celebration.
Yeah, lighting off fireworks in Washington just for David.
Yeah, exactly.
So a couple of folks weighing in on the how they're handling daylight saving time. Mary loves it, likes the daylight, and I agree that, you know, we're a little bit biased, so to speak, towards the early morning hours. We'd love to see that sunrise during our show we call Sunrise, and of course we will eventually once things get you know, once the daylight hours stretch even longer. But yeah, I think having that sunlight at night helps a lot of folks. You know what I mean? It's that because the winter frame of mind is, you know, it's dark at 5:30, dark at 6 o'clock. We're pushing past that now.
Yeah, well,
prior to this shift, I was totally with everyone that loved this time change because it was. Right. But now that I go to bed,
it's amazing how your attitude can.
I'm gonna start putting the little eye thing on,
right.
you know, the sleeping mask.
Yeah. The thing is, like, up until summer, which obviously summer is the longest day of daylight, we tack on like another 2 to 3 minutes almost every single day until we get to the actual summer season itself. So by the time we reach like, the 20th of June, that's when our sun sets at like 9 o'clock. So that's when the days are extra long.
This morning's sunrise was awesome, but it didn't come until a little after 7:30. So we got
Too late for us.
Yeah, last
we
week
get
I
into
kept
the show.
confusing myself because I kept saying the sun was going to rise earlier but set later. I'm like, how does that make sense? We do a time change in the morning and switch it back in the afternoon. But that's what happens when you're lacking on coffee. And I also thought of another thing. I just point out all my flaws, don't I? I said we would ring in the spring season on Erie News Now Sunrise, but it falls on a Saturday. So I'm not coming in on Saturday, just to let you guys know.
Oh, you're not?
No.
No, we've already scheduled it. So
I'll have a preset Facebook post to welcome in the season. So
while you are sleeping, catching up on that hour.
probably still sleeping. Probably. That's always the key word.
Peter says, so far, sleeping an hour later, thinking it's an hour earlier. Body clock confusion. I think a lot of folks can relate to that. Jordan says, the kids sleep an extra hour. So there you go.
That's the hardest thing with like a little one. You got to make sure that you're adjusting things right. And like Lainey, I had to put her down like seemingly an hour later than what she normally would go down, but her body clock's still, thinking it's an hour earlier. And then you can let her stay up just a little bit later because it's weird. That's another reason. I mean, parents, especially with really young kids, aren't a big fan of this time of year. But so far, I haven't gotten the text about when Lainey has woken up, but hopefully she's up by now.
Yeah. Nia loves naps, so she commented saying that she loves naps on this National Napping Day, so that works out perfect. Another adjustment that I don't know if you were noticing this at home, are the pets, because they don't know about daylight saving time. They know they're hungry when they're hungry, and so they're coming for their dinner an hour earlier than they normally would. But
I didn't think about pets.
Yeah, I think we decided just to shift it a half an hour at a time. So. You got to slowly wean them into it. Leave them hungry for a half an hour and then go to feed.
My animals just sleep and eat all the time, it seems like. So they have no sense of time in general.
Oh, our cats are like, once that feeding time comes.
And the thing about cats, they're like night roamers. I mean, they'll be roaming around. I mean, most sleep for 20 hours of the day. So they don't care if the time changes.
And then I have, of course, my dog Manny, who's hungry 24/7. He has no body clock. He just has hunger.
My dog Molly just follows Lainey around, especially when she has snacks, because she knows she's going to drop something. So
favorite.
Yeah, she's getting extra treats, putting on some extra weight too.
See, Jen says sun is up real early every day. Time change doesn't matter to him. Wow, Jen, you must be lucky if your son's getting up early without the time change. So. I think we all have our strategies to get ourselves through the time change, get our kids, our family, and even our animals through the time change. Traditionally for me, it's always been this Monday's always been a bit of a struggle, and I'm kind of feeling it. I'm going to go the Brissa Bradfield method and just pour myself another tall cup of coffee.
Yeah. Hey, I'll pour you one when I fill up next.
All right.
I just go for abolishing daylight saving time in general.
I feel like that has been voted on, brought up, made into a petition drive so many times, and yet it just never happens. We need our national leaders to get really behind something meaningful, and that is abolishing daylight savings time.
Right, because I really don't
have
want
nothing else to worry about right now.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, we don't have any more pressing issues than that. We need to, focus on that. Yeah.
Now we'll survive. We'll live in another 6 months. At least in the morning show, we will not be complaining about getting back that hour of sleep. We'll be loving it.
Counting down the days, actually.
Yeah, and then we'll have the daylight or the sunlight going away for the dinner time hours. And we'll have a whole other discussion to talk about. But until that time arrives, do want to thank everybody for jumping on Facebook this morning. We appreciate it, and we'll do it again about the same time tomorrow.